Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, so this is our first episode of No Kids Allowed.
We're doing it.
I
Can't believe it. That's so amazing.
Yeah. We'll have a big episode drop about how we met and our whole, love story and everything. Friend love story. But, I feel like you have to fall in a little bit of love with a friend to do something like this, right? Otherwise, it's...
Oh, 100%.
Because if we didn't, it would be a disaster.
Yeah.
And here we are, and it's not. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We did it.
We said
huge.
we're going to do a podcast, we are doing it.
And here we're doing it. And now if you're watching it, it's been produced and launched, and we did it.
Yeah. Woo!
So, yeah, go us.
I feel like we should pop some bubbly to celebrate and commiserate that.
So,
commemorate.
Our first...
What word am I trying to say?
No, for real. Our first episode, I think we should tell them how these are going to go. So, we really love champagne.
Yes.
And so we decided that we really love jammies and sleeping. Mm-hmm. So we decided we should incorporate all of those things into...
And sweaters.
My cat.
Hello.
It's a hairless cat. He's the mascot.
He really wants to be.
He really wants to be with you. Okay, so the first thing we do is we pop champagne because we like it. And so expect that every episode.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. We're going to review a different one. It might not always be champagne because sparkling wine. Explain, Jessica May.
Yes.
Jessica May, explain it.
Okay, so sparkling wine, otherwise known as Prosecco or champagne, the name of it depends on where it is made and where it's coming from. So champagne can only ever come from France. Prosecco can only ever come from Italy. So, and then sparkling wine is typically, you're going to see that anywhere else, a lot of times in California. So we have similar rules with things like Scotch and port wine and things like that. So it's just all about to do with the governmental rights over what the name can be called, kind of like a trademark. Yes.
And it also explains why it's so expensive to drink around the world at Epcot, because they actually get the alcohol from around the world.
Yeah.
Yes. So first thing we're going to do is pop a bottle. And which one are we popping? Which one is this?
I probably should have figured out how to say the name of all of these, but this is Louise Bouillier.
Come for her. Everybody come for her.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to get some trolls coming at me in the comments, or I don't know, maybe lovingly give me some grace. I don't speak French, so let's, just be graceful with me.
Yeah, it took me a really long time to learn how to say Veuve Clicquot. And once I mastered it, I was just I can say the big one. I don't care about pronouncing any of the other ones.
Okay.
Episode 1.
Woo! The best sound in the entire universe.
Ever. Yeah.
Okay. Can you kind of hand that to me, maybe?
Don't embarrass me on this. You're a pro. Look at you.
I was born for this.
I was born for shopping. I feel that I am a very, what did I see the other day? This kid was like, I feel that I'm a very rich person stuck in a poor person's body.
Yeah, I feel that.
I just want to do this all day.
Me too.
Okay. To our first episode.
Cheers!
Awesome.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, I thought we were cutting after. Oh,
I'm drinking it.
We need to do cheers and clink them and do it again because I didn't take a sip and that's bad luck. Okay. All right.
To our first episode.
Okay, cheers! Yay!
Ooh, that's nice. I like that the bubbles are really fine. They're not aggressive. They're just kind of...
It's not super dry. It doesn't that when you drink a certain one and it's your mouth feels all dried out and sometimes it's okay, but this is not that. This is a good one.
And it's also not real sweet. It's just kind of easy, smooth, kind of velvety on the palate.
Yeah, if you had to compare it to a celebrity, who?
Ooh. Charlize Theron.
Ooh. I was thinking male, but
Ooh.
I feel like this is just who's a solid, not super attractive male, but just always solid in movies. This isn't a Matthew McConaughey. It's more who's a supporting actor. It's solid. I feel like you could count on this one.
Yeah, for sure. So it'd be your old faithful, it's going to be good every time.
Yeah, who's the guy that's the lead actor in that show? Okay, now I'm just rambling. We have to talk about the things that... Ozark. Who's that lead actor?
Oh, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, he's like... This is like a Jason Bateman champagne. You know what I mean? Good, like, knows what it's doing. Not
know what you're going to get every single time.
Know what you're going to get. Not the sexiest. Can be sexy. Can be funny.
Totally.
Like, good at reading a room.
Yep.
Can do it all.
I love him.
Okay, that's our... I think every champagne we should, like, put a celebrity to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, new tradition. Boom.
Love it.
Love it.
Fabulous.
Okay. What's our first topic? Okay. The other things that we're going to do each episode that we decided, we'll see how this evolves, is Jessica. Oh, you should probably say what you do.
Let's just explain this as it goes. So we're just going to dive into your makeup review.
Okay.
Should she say that she's a makeup artist and why this is relevant, or no? We're just doing it.
That's what the opening episode is. The trailer is for.
Okay. Okay.
It's the backstory.
Cool. Okay. So, what makeup review do you have for me today?
So, I actually have more of a general tip on application technique. So, if you've ever put on eyeshadow, you know that the shadow sometimes gives like a little fallout underneath the eyes, which I hate that. It's super annoying.
I hate that.
Isn't that just
hate that.
the worst? So, and then you're trying to, clean it up. And then if you're doing a smoky eye or something with like black or a silver or something, it's getting all over. And then you have a black eye. It's not cute.
Oh my gosh. And you're messed up before you've even gone out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What do you do?
So start with your eyes first before you do anything else. Like do your skin prep and all of that. Do your eyeshadow first. Do your eyeliner, your mascara. Put your false lashes on if that's something that you're into. And then you can go in with a makeup wipe or a cotton ball and wipe all that up, clean it all up. And then go in and do your concealer, your foundation, and all that.
Why does that feel? That's so smart. But why have all of us been taught to do our makeup? Like,
I don't know.
Why do we start with the skin? Why do we do like that's?
I don't know.
So smart. Yep. Okay, do your eyes. Do your eyes first. Do your eyes first. I'm like trying to think of a situation that you wouldn't do that in, and there's not like.
The only time I don't is if I'm just doing makeup like I have on today, and it's, don't have eyeshadow on today, so.
Well, you look like you do.
But thanks.
Yeah. Perfect. So the nurse aesthetic topic the aesthetic nurse topic we're talking about today is the O shot, which
I can't wait to hear about this.
Yes, it is platelet-rich plasma, which is like pulled out of your blood. It's basically like almost like the stem cells, like the powerhouses in your blood, and they pull it out, and then you inject it in not like directly into the clitoris, but like around it, and some, I think, into the clitoral hood. I am trying to...
I thought this was Scream Cream.
We're doing Scream Cream tomorrow.
What do I have for episode 1? We can switch it up. It's fine.
Did I say Scream Cream?
No, you said the O shot. The schedule says Scream Cream.
Oh, I think I switched it. Actually, you're right, because I haven't finished my O shot training, and I nixed the O shot. I'm looking at the wrong schedule. I'm sorry, Zach.
This is why we have a schedule.
Okay, I looked at the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Okay, so just redo this and just do it with Scream Cream.
Okay, so I'm sending you home with the best thing ever today. Okay.
Oh my gosh, tell me more.
I will tell you more. It's called Scream Cream.
Okay.
So you put it like around your erroneous areas. So put it on your clitoris, like 3 squirts. It's prescription only. So low key. Don't tell anyone. No, just
kidding.
It's
on the podcast now.
Yes, except for that. But it's basically like Viagra for women. You have to order it. And you put it on, and I swear to God, it gives your vagina a heartbeat. Like, I'm not kidding. You are just like, I am gonna, like, this is like no shit. Like,
Sam's definitely gonna be on board with this now.
Yeah, see, like, now I forgot we're recording because I'm telling you actually about this. Yes, so... It like gives your vagina a heartbeat. Give it a half hour though.
Okay.
Like literally, and then like wait, like so you're like kind of thinking about it.
Okay.
And you're kind of like
it's like the anticipation.
Yeah, and then you're kind of like sniffing around, and like it's like pounce primo. Like seriously. So Scream Cream.
Okay.
And it's basically the same ingredients that are in Viagra for men.
Okay.
Yeah, except it costs 3 times more because, like, pink tax. But try it. You'll love it. I'm sending you home with some. You can talk on the next episode about what you thought of it. I wonder if it'll, like, be as good for you as it was for me.
I'm excited to compare notes.
But everybody has good things to say about it that, like, I don't know. That's why I ordered it. It has amazing reviews. And it's just like, you know, as like we have babies or we get older or we do other things, like lube is amazing. Lube is amazing. Like it doesn't.
And
necessary and makes like for a healthier sex life and like, say something about that.
Well, I'm 37, just turned 37. And it has been a journey just to like get comfortable with understanding like my body is changing in so many different ways, but specifically when it comes to sex and like recognizing that in myself and then having the ability to share that with my partner and then discovering, okay, what's working, what's not. And like, it kind of, when you open that door, it's like a new way to discover, you know, I've been in my relationship with my husband for 13 years. We've been married for almost 11. And just kind of like to rediscover like, oh, let's try this or let's try that, you know?
Absolutely.
So actually one of my favorite lubes right now is called Woo for More Play. It's an organic coconut lubricant. It's amazing. It tastes really good and it's not sticky. It's amazing.
What about like, does it like, you know that like leave behind, like the lube leave behind? Is it like, how is it with that?
It cleans up really nice.
It does.
It doesn't like leave any like, you just, you know, clean up or whatever and it's done.
And it's done. I love that.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
I am like,
We're getting off topic.
Okay.
Oh, but I just don't want to blend too many products when it comes to this.
Okay.
Because I could tell you guys are going to go a lot into lube with this. And that's where we don't want to.
Okay. So what do we end it with then? That just like, I think that you'll find something to end it with for the Scream Cream.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we at for minutes?
Just keep going. I'll let you know when we need to stop.
Okay. I told you my aesthetic nurse topic. And I'm going to get more champagne.
Just end on Scream Cream somehow.
Okay. So I'm sending you home with some.
Can't wait.
You're going to try it. Like your assignment is to have sex.
Perfect.
I want that to be my assignment. Can you assign that to me?
I assign that to you too.
Okay, good.
I would also like a little more, please.
Right. Next is Gossip in Hollywood.
Okay. So have you heard of Jelly Roll?
I have, yes.
You have. Tell me what you know about him.
Grazie mille. I really only know what you've told me. I saw him on, I think it was like the CMT Awards or something, and he won, I think like Best New Artist or something like that. Other than that, I don't know anything.
Okay. I'm seriously obsessed. Also, obsessed with his wife, Bunnie XO. Even more obsessed with her because she is literally the woman behind the man.
Really? I love that.
She was a high-end sex worker. She like escorted for money. When she met Jelly, he was living in a 1992 van on like tour, and she was making like just cash hand over fist. As in like, I think that she quoted one time in cash one year, $500,000.
Wow.
She got handed
Good for
to her. Yeah, I know. Get it, girl.
Heck
yeah, I know. And she's like not like ashamed about it or anything. And it's so interesting because like Jelly was like, when I knew I couldn't provide for her like that, how was I gonna ask her for my own ego to stop like her hustle and her game? I couldn't ask her to stop that until I could give her that or better.
Sure.
Like, and be a provider for her. But at the same time, Jelly Roll also has 2 children. He has a daughter named Bailey and he has a son named Noah. Noah stays out of the spotlight, but Noah is tattooed over his eyebrow. But he has a daughter, Bailey, and Bailey's mother really struggled with substance use, whatever. And when Bunnie met Jelly, his daughter was living in absolute poverty. Like Bailey's mother was dealing with like an active heroin addiction, like meth and heroin addiction. Bailey was living in a house that had like rats and a dirt floor, and her teeth were like halfway kind of like she just wasn't being cared for. There was some serious neglect going on. Not angry, but just when you have a parent that's struggling with addiction. I mean, my parents have struggled with addiction. Have you had a parent that has struggled with that?
I haven't, no.
Yeah. And Jelly had nothing. And he was like, I've got to like get my daughter and I have nothing. And Bunnie said, I don't know if we're going to be together. I don't even know how I feel about you, but I'm going to help you get your little girl back.
Oh, wow.
And she said, the first thing you need is we've got to get you an apartment in Nashville. She hooked him up with like an actual luxury condo in Nashville so that the courts would release and give custody to him. She hooked him up with like enough savings so that he could show that he had like enough asset like to take care of her. She hooked him up with a lawyer to get custody. She bankrolled the whole thing.
Wow.
Because she just said, like, she knew what it was like to be a little girl in a situation like that. Mm-hmm. And she was going to help one if she could, regardless of if she ended up with Bailey's dad or not. I mean,
that's amazing.
Like, is that not like what we as women just do?
Yeah, absolutely.
We like just fucking step the fuck up for everybody.
Yeah.
When we need to.
Absolutely.
Like, so mad kudos to like Bunnie XO, you get it, girl. You go.
That's incredible. You go, girl.
They have Bailey. Bailey's like 14 now. She's doing amazing. Bunnie has like taken care of her. Bunnie helped get Bailey's mom into treatment.
Wow.
She supported her, like she does everything she can to so that Bailey can have a good relationship with her mom right now, helped her get a car, helped her get a job. I mean, really supported her through treatment. So Bailey's mom is sober now and comes over often. Bailey's doing awesome in school. I just think, and Bunnie has never had any biological children of her own.
Wow.
But she has stepped up like that, and I just think that that's amazing. And like she has supported Jelly through like truly has been like the woman behind the man, you know.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. And
we need more people like that in the world.
I want to be that person.
Like community. Like that is true definition of community, of like, I am here to lift you up and I want to make the world a better place, and I do that by helping lift you up to get you in a place to be able to serve others yourself and live your best life.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. She's like, we all need to be like that. That's like absolutely an example of that. But then, you know, like, of course, like I love Jelly Roll. I love his music. But then that fucker went and cheated on her.
I didn't. What?
I know. Jeez. It makes me so mad. Like she's over it, but I'm not over it. Like, oops. She, it's like blows my mind. How and she's so funny because she says like her goals were, she was just like, I don't know, I just wanted to like get a lot of work done, get really fucking hot and marry a rock star. And that's what I did. And I'm like, good for you. Yeah. Like, you go, girl.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah. And it's fascinating. She never knew her mom. Literally never knew her mom her entire life. Her dad, like her mom just like pieced out when she was a couple months old. Didn't know her mom until like she was in her 30s, and then like found her mom, and then like they just talked on the phone, and she said her mom talked her out of suicide like 3 times.
Wow. And
that she only ever met her in person like a couple times, but that in a lot of ways she was never there, but she saved her still at one point in her life, which is like really powerful.
Yeah.
Just like cool people.
Yeah.
Like an inspirational story. Also, like they give each other so much grace, which like, why do we give our partners the least amount of grace?
I don't know.
Do you feel that?
Yeah. Oh gosh, 100%. Yeah. And ourselves.
Like,
too. I feel like ourselves and our partners, we give the least amount of grace to, but like a stranger on the street, I'm like, oh, they must be having a bad day, you know, or whatever the case might be. It's like,
right. I'll tip like 40% at a restaurant, but like be like so mean to Andy sometimes for nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
But just like, even with like, it's amazing the way that she talks about him, because even with like the infidelity, to like be so transparent about like your wound and your hurt, but she still like holds him in such high regard and like lets him be the man. Like she doesn't tear him down, and she's like has so much grace for his mess up. You know what I mean? She doesn't talk bad. Like she talks about it like this really hurt me, but she still talks about him with such respect and admiration that like we need more of that too, where it's like, good people do bad things and bad people do good things. Yep. And she knows that he is like a good person that really messed up and hurt her. And like, I think we could all learn from her grace.
Oh, 100%. Well, and to add to that too, and we're going to get to this in a later episode, but that is a woman right there that's living in her divine feminine goddess energy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that you and I have learned a lot about marriage, like through the year. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to take a sip for that one. In the best way. I mean that in the best way, honey.
But it's true. Like when we, like, getting eaten by my plant. When we, like, do you find that when you support Sam to, like, just, like, be the man, like, have mad respect for, like, whatever, it, like, he's his best self?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're your best self?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like they're, like, a prime example. Like, Bunnie and Jelly are just a prime example of that.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I find that it's so hard as women to not, like, hold bitterness and to not, like, hang mess-ups, like, disrespectfully. Excuse me.
I know, that's the bad thing about the champagne.
I know,
right?
I'm going to get all burpy. Like, hold their mess-ups over their heads or be disrespectful about them or, like, put it down. But, like, I don't know. Just, like, you know when you really need to forgive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really feel like my husband, though, has extended so much more grace to me than I have, like, him. And I feel like that's because, like, I've embraced, like, the energies. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Like, say what you think about that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, there's, a exchange of grace on a daily basis, but like, I definitely feel the same way that you feel with your husband. Like, I feel like Sam has given me or there's been a lot more opportunity for him to give me more grace. So, especially, we have a 12-year age difference too. So,
yeah.
Like when we met, I was in my early 20s and didn't know myself, had no, clue about what the heck I was even doing. And so to go through those experiences, he just has had an immense amount of patience and a lot of grace.
I feel like there is a 20-year age difference between Andy and I. There's actually a 2-year age difference, but like as a human, he feels like so much older than me, and he has this like level of like old man type like chill and wisdom.
Yes, I get that from him, definitely.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna have Bunnie on our show though.
Yeah, we're gonna manifest that.
We're manifesting right now having Bunnie on our show because like, dude, like, I like you more than Jelly Roll. Mad respect. I like you more than your husband. Like like you are amazing. Prime example. Bunnie, come on our show. Say Bunnie, come on our show.
Bunnie, come on our show.
Bunnie, come on our show. Okay.
Love it.
And then we're moving into our Ambien edible stories. So we are on my fun podcast now. No Kids Allowed. Thank you for being on both.
Yeah.
And so now we get to like talk about
dirty
fun stuff.
stuff.
Dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about dirty stuff. So like, what is your favorite sex toy?
Oh my gosh. That was not on the...
No, I'm just kidding.
I can tell you though. I mean, there are... I don't know like the professional word for this, but you know those like vibrating cock rings?
Okay.
That have like clitoral stimulators on them.
That is the best thing ever. Have you had the what is it called? I have the best one ever. I'll send it to you. Yeah. Like not mine, but your own.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it called? I have the best one ever. It's called it's right on the like right on your clit and it's like a suction cup thing.
I have not tried any of those actually.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but it doesn't go on like
him.
Around it goes on him.
No, I haven't had. Okay, is that a good one?
Yeah, so like that. Okay, so like a cock ring, right? Yeah. So it's like silicone-y.
You're supposed to say C ring, but yeah, I feel you.
C ring. Okay, I'm not cool enough, right?
Okay, the C ring. Yeah,
is that what it's called now?
That's what you're supposed to call it. I don't know. That's what I was told in like when I was training. They were like, and when you're discussing this with patients, you should refer to it as a C ring.
Oh. I like often bring it up actually at visits and I'm like, I don't know the professional word for it, but like I Google like cock ring in front of like old ladies all the time.
You tell them about it?
Yeah.
They don't know about that?
No.
What have like, their sex lives been like?
Right. I mean, like as like people get older too, or even more, they need cock rings, C rings.
C rings. And like also you should know that like I give the PRPO shot now. So like game changer. Ulcer. Also, okay. I just got Scream Cream. holy shit, you should start prescribing that.
No.
Why?
Okay, there's some drama with Scream Cream because if it's overused, there's some risk to it.
Okay, I should probably know about this. This could be a problem. Okay, what's wrong? What happened?
So the like the testosterone in it, right?
Yeah.
So like what is in your Scream Cream?
Okay, in my Scream Cream, I have obviously the generic form of like Viagra. It's like, but what is it called? It's
Sildenafil.
Right. Yes, I have that, and then I have. It's upstairs. I could go get it.
Yeah, I was like, a lot of them have like testosterone in it. So like the testosterone in women for hypoactive sexual disorder is like the only reason it's like indicated. It has to be compounded.
Yeah, it's not in mine. I know that because especially since like I also take what am I trying? I think that I'm like too high, maybe. Okay. The thing that I take that helps with skin and helps spironolactone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would I take? Because then it would be because it's already blocking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, for women too, a lot of times it's more like emotional rather than like a physical thing.
True.
And so like there's like Adii and Vyleesi that like release dopamine or something like that in your brain to like make you emotionally more ready for it, or Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin's actually, it's used for everything, but
it's Wellbutrin is like a really good like broad spectrum drug.
Right. So anyway, that
but a C ring. Okay,
C-ring,
good to know.
Yeah.
It's the I'll send it to you. I'll have it delivered to you at work. It'll be good.
Please.
Yeah, it's super extra. Okay, I'm gonna ask you your questions. Okay. I love that laugh. That's the best. Okay.
Really good laugh.
So do gynecologists care if you're on your period for a pap or a checkup?
Absolutely not.
No.
So back in the day, actually, we did. How they used to do pap smears, it would actually skew the pap smear results. So it was like you couldn't do it. But now the way that we do it, it doesn't matter. So, but even it's funny because even when I've gone to like the gynecologist and I'm in that position, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm on my period, and it's like, no,
nobody cares.
Do not care at all. Yeah, like
you're not special.
Yeah, right. And also, like most people are bleeding when they come to the gynecologist, believe it or not, because it's like they're having problems with bleeding or things. To that,
And you might bleed like after a pap, FYI.
Right.
Like,
and that's normal.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Do you have a specific grooming routine that you prefer patients do before visits, or just wash your vagina?
None of that, to be honest with you. Most gynecologists, to be honest with you, are like immune to smell, Like you
can't smell BV anymore?
Mm-mm. No, it's
I'm like a bloodhound for BV. I smell that shit like across the room.
Yeah, no, I mean like there's every once in a while when like people just have like no showering for like weeks on end and like don't wash their clothes type of thing. Can you whatever. Does it smell? Sure. But like
okay, but like real talk, that smell like after you've had sex and there's cum in you? Like can you smell that on patients anymore?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah. So like that's the thing is when people are just so like,
do you smell it on yourself? Like if you have cum in you, do you like smell the smell on yourself or no?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. But not like,
not like
my face isn't in it.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but I mean, just like with yourself, you're like, oh yeah, but not with patients.
Not with patients, and
you don't
like,
care.
Well, and honestly, shaving, like literal shaving, is just like the worst thing you could do.
Don't do that.
It's like
go get laser hair removal or go get waxed. Please stop shaving. It's
laser hair removal. If it like
chef's kiss.
Yeah. Everybody should do that.
Everybody.
If they're not, if they can.
If you're not like a loser. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I am just saying.
Or like embrace it. Like if you're into it's just the shaving that like causes infection and causes all these things. If you're like into your bush.
Go full bush.
Yeah,
like,
go full
who
bush.
cares?
Yeah, it's just the risk factor of like the infection and like all the shaving. Yeah.
And I will say the only caveat to full bush is like if you're getting a biopsy or something like that in like the actual area just like trim it down a little bit, because if you need to put a stitch in or something, sometimes your pubes get like stuck in the stitch, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me.
It bothers you. It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah, right. Exactly. And so
it's like but like even when they shave you like before
it's like clipper, right? Yeah. But like it's not like supposed to be shaved down to like the skin. It's supposed to be just like soft. There's a little left,
soft
shave. So that it's not getting stuck in your incision.
Yeah. Okay.
Pause for just a sec. I do need to have them quiet down.
Okay.
They getting a little rowdy out there?
Yeah, there's always really
Those
rowdy.
ladies getting a little rowdy?
Hey, can you kind of keep it down just a bit? Yeah, I know you're having a good time.
Oh, no, that's Helen. Helen wasn't doing anything.
No.
How much longer do you have?
Not you. Where are they?
Upstairs.
Oh. We probably got about another 15 minutes.
Okay, because he just went upstairs before it was
Yep.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Man, that was from upstairs.
What are they doing up there?
Okay, there's a very loud individual. Yeah, it's funny.
Kneedler is rowdy.
Yeah, That's why I knew she'd be like on board with this. So I was like, we're gonna call in the troops. Okay.
Yes. Next question. Okay. Okay, so like, do I need to tell you if I've had sex before do I need to disclose recent sexual activity? Do you care? Is it important?
I mean, it would be nice, but we don't necessarily need to know. It ends up being where, like if we see something, we'll see cum, right? An exam. And so if we could be like, oh, well, is that really cum, or is it a weird discharge?
Right.
Or is it, something else we should be worried about?
Right.
And so I can't tell you how many people come in thinking that their water is broken actually when they're pregnant. And it's actually just...
It's just cum.
Yeah. So
I know. You like
and then you like do the slide and you see the sperm, all around, and it's like, come on, you could have told me that.
If you have had sex within 24 hours and you think your water broke, just disclose it, please.
Yes,
it saves all of us so much time.
Right.
Right. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, yeah.
Nobody cares.
It's like we ask it so nonchalantly, but everybody else is so coy.
Right. Yeah. So
that's why we're gynecologists, right? We go into it because we don't care about talking about it.
Absolutely. Right, so just to like round out that question, it would just be like, hey, like, somebody came in me this morning or like yesterday, or you would just ask and be like, what is this?
Right. Yeah.
But tell the truth.
Usually I comment on it like, oh, there's like a little bit of discharge in here or something like that. But yeah, I tell the truth. And like if a test comes back funny, if back in the day, certain lubricants, and depending on the company that you use for pap smears, certain lubricants will still skew a pap test.
Everything can skew a pap test.
Right. And so like, could the sperm potentially like get in the way of the squamous cells that they're looking at? Yeah, potentially. But I haven't actually ever had one come back saying that there was so much sperm that they couldn't do it. That was inconclusive. With lube, yes. Back in the day, but yeah, no.
Or like pregnant, like everything. I mean, I don't know.
There's so many things.
My experience feels like everything can skew a pap. Like
they're getting better, but yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And okay, so what are the current guidelines for when like people should start getting paps? When should what's like the girlfriend's guide to paps?
That is a loaded question, to be honest with you, because the two organizations that control paps are not fighting, but they've got different guidelines right now. So ACOG, like our gynecology, College of Gynecologists, obstetricians, gynecologists, they still say 21 years old is when you should start, regardless of sexual activity. Do it every 3 years as long as it's normal. And then add HPV testing when you're 30 and every 5 years, as long as it's normal, a negative HPV. The other ASCCP, so it's like the cervical cancer prevention organization, they say don't even start until 25 and only do HPV testing. Get rid of the pap smear altogether.
Really? That's interesting.
Well, because HPV is like that's what causes a pap smear to be abnormal, right?
Exactly.
And like, so we're detecting things even like sooner than a pap smear would.
Why are we even doing paps anymore?
So we're in a transition period until we get more data, is what it comes down to. So, but there are some people, like in some organizations, Planned Parenthood does HPV only testing starting at 25.
That would make the most sense.
Yeah, so, It's just hard when like the two organizations disagree.
Are conflicting.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I could totally see that. I mean, I don't know. Like herpes wasn't even like considered an STI until like the 70s, right? Because it's like you just assumed everybody had it. Like with HPV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just
HPV, it's like, yeah.
It's
everybody.
just, everybody has it. Everybody has it. Everybody's had a dirty dick. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. We don't even know. We don't even know. You could have had it. You don't even know.
Okay. So can having intercourse... Okay. This was... I literally put up a poll for like if you could ask your gynecologist anything. Yeah. And I just want you to imagine... I had to reword this to be much classier. I want you to imagine what this originally sounded like. Okay. Can having intercourse with a partner with a larger size affect vaginal elasticity permanently?
That's actually a really good question because first of all, I am not aware of any like studies on that, but theoretically, yes, for at least a short period of time, because if you think of it in like our patients that need to use dilators to make their vagina bigger. Or after hysterectomies where like some people have like shortened vaginas and to elongate their vagina, we use basically dildos. Like but vaginal dilators.
Right.
To like slowly stretch it out. So like, yes, the answer would be potentially, but can you like make it go back to a smaller size over time? Yeah. I mean, pelvic floor PT is a great thing. And it's a lot to do with muscles and stretching and relaxing and things like that. But yes, you can definitely stretch things out.
You can stretch things out and then you can snap it back.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
Time and exercises.
Well, I guess, okay, but like if we're being like, okay, like a dick is not going to stretch your vagina out like having a baby. Like,
no.
Like it's just not going to be the same. So it's
not
like,
the same as a baby.
It really is like a dick going to permanently stretch your vagina out, like permanently, really. If it's, I mean, is anybody that big?
I've seen some things.
So, what do you mean? What have you seen?
I mean, like not like a baby, but like definitely close to it. How about that? And I guess people don't disclose everything that like has been in their vagina at one point in time. So I can't just assume that it's penises.
But, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I'm going to just, okay. Can you just hold space for a second though with like imagining how that question was originally worded by like multiple people?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Nobody's ever asked me that in the office, to be honest with you, and I'm surprised.
Really?
Yeah, nobody has ever asked me that.
Okay.
But I mean, like, do you talk about it with your friends or something like that?
Okay.
Like, or make jokes about that? Yeah, sure.
I know that a patient has asked you this before because it was me. Okay. Is engaging in anal intercourse safe, and what are some important considerations for women regarding this practice? Use gay men lube.
Yeah.
That's what you told me.
Yeah. So like, use all of the lubricant. And right, like Astroglide, like all of those that are, I typically like silicone-based lubricants better. But at the very least, Astroglide, something like that. And then I would...
Astroglide's terrible. Go get good lube.
Yeah. I like Uber Lube. It's a silicone-based lube. It's
Uber Lube.
Yeah, just like the car, like Uber.
Yeah, maybe they could sponsor me.
Yeah, maybe they could.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, maybe they could sponsor me, although they send, tons of samples. So thank you for that, Uber Lube. What else? Condoms.
Don't put like a penis in your vagina after it's been in your asshole without washing it.
Right. Yeah. Or your mouth, ideally.
That's gross. Yeah.
As I say, never go ass to mouth. And just like, you can. It's just disease risk, right? And then knowing your partner's HIV status is important because your butt isn't meant to stretch, right? It's not lubricated naturally like a vagina. That's why you've got to use a lot of lube. And a lot of people don't use enough lube, so that's why you're getting trauma.
You're getting trauma, and that's how you catch HIV. So basically, it's creating little tiny incisions, like in your
little tears,
little tears in your buttholes. That when like you get like jizz in there, then like if the jizz has HIV in it, you're gonna like it absorbs. So you got to be careful
amongst other like STIs,
everything, everything.
Right.
Just,
so
use condoms.
Got to be careful with that. Condoms, lots of lube. There's also really rare things that can happen, but let's not go into that.
Let's not go into like anal prolapse type. Yeah.
Bowel perfs, things like that.
Random question. What was like the hamster thing? What is
like that's like a thing that still goes on, right?
What? Okay. Can you expound on the hamster in the butt thing?
It's just like a sensation thing. So some people
have you put one in your butt?
Not yet. No, I would never. But no, I mean, like, it still happens.
Is it because they seize?
Well, they're just like clawing, right?
Okay.
So
you've
got to be pretty relaxed.
I'm not going to yuck. That's mean to a hamster. That's mean to do to a
So that's the thing is like, it's like an animal. Like
that's not okay.
Cruelty report.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Cut it. Yeah.
That's fucked up. Okay. Like not that you would like that, but just that like the hamster. That's like a horrible way to die.
That is a horrible way to die.
It would be a horrible way to die, suffocating in someone's asshole. Like who wants to go that way? Are there any, besides like what we just talked about, like any sexual practices that should be avoided totally due to safety concerns, like ass to mouth?
Ooh. I actually didn't think through that one. Not like completely, not like, I'm not going to tell anybody they definitely can't. Animals.
Yeah. Okay. Don't put don't kill animals. And don't have sex with animals. Seriously. Like.
Non-consensual stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But like vagina can put you at risk for a UTI, obviously. Just like ass to mouth can give you other fecal diseases.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you thinking of one in particular?
Well, I don't know. Like, okay, so like golden showers. Like, okay, so sometimes things can grow in people's pee, right? But like not.
It's like sterile in general. I mean, no.
Okay, so there's nothing like. What about? Okay, I'm going like as like raunchy as I can possibly think of. What if somebody splooges in your eye?
You get a lazy eye. No, I'm just kidding. What movie was that from? It was from Old School or something like that. 40-year-old Old School.
It kind of burns though. I mean, I've heard, but
you don't know.
I don't know. My grandma's gonna watch this. I just realized. Okay.
I mean, to be honest with you, unless there's like a disease of some sort, right?
It's fine.
I'd wash it out as soon as you can, just because eyes are like sensitive.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Eye bath.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. The next thing I wanted to talk about were clitoral piercings.
Okay.
So not a lot of people have them in Minnesota.
Okay, in Minnesota.
Okay, but super common in the South. Just boom, 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 3 piercings.
Right, and there's a lot of different ways you can do it and things like that. But the most popular one would be the clitoral hood.
Mm-hmm.
So, and most people have kind of like a belly button ring type of thing where it's like the curved barbell rather than like the actual ring itself. Although some people have rings, but not the vast majority.
What would you like? So you said you really have to, we were talking about this off, but like you have to know your piercers.
You have to know your piercer. So you have to, make sure that they're like a clean place in general. And know their like skill level. So like go see them do a friend's piercing or go get a piercing like some other place on your body first with them.
What about just asking, like, is it typical OB gonna like know about this?
No.
Or no? Okay.
I don't think it like.
So you know about this.
I know about this, but like I don't think a typical OB would.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, it's you have to be sized properly. So you have to like measure the clitoral hood and make sure that the barbell's not like too small because then you'll get like keloids or, pressure injury or things like that. And you don't want it too big because you don't want it to like be catching on things and ripping out.
Yeah.
So many people think it's actually through the clitoris itself. It's not. It's on the hood.
It's the hood.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you pierced your clitoris, you would, oh my God. No, it's not.
It would be blood everywhere. Yeah.
Ah!
Also, a lot of people think, and for some people, if you think about it, the like piercing is like getting rid of some sensation because you get used to like so much sensation there.
Mm-hmm.
But it really depends on the person, I guess. So,
okay.
Risk benefit.
So, risk benefit and that. So, know your piercer, go somewhere clean. Like, your piercer should know that they should be measuring you.
Right.
And like all of these things. If they don't know things like those things, then you should not be going to them.
Right. And the aftercare, right? Like, just like when you get your ears pierced and you do the saline things and things like that, like making sure you're keeping it clean.
Yeah. So you might lose some sensation, but is it gonna, like, does it actually enhance like sexual pleasure? Like, is there something behind it? Or is it just like kind of aesthetically appealing?
It's aesthetically, yeah, appealing. And then, you know, sometimes, yes. I mean, like if you're, I don't know, moving it around or something like that, but it depends on the person.
But if you are just like, let's say you like get a piercing, you've just had like normal sex, like it's not gonna like ruin your sex life. Like,
no, absolutely not.
Okay.
And the other thing, surgery. Like, so that's the thing that people don't think about. They're actually kind of hard to get out. And so when people come in for surgery that have them, it's always something that you just like forget about. And then nobody knows how to take it out. Or like it's, you know, hard to take out. So remember it and take it out before surgery.
Remember it and take it out before surgery.
Yes.
That's actually like a good thing to know.
You can't have metal on your body. Yeah.
No. Okay. And then my last question for you is, what would you like patients to know about being a women's healthcare provider?
That we're not out to get you. That we want the stories. We want to don't want things to be hidden from us per se. Like just because it's uncomfortable to talk about mental health stuff, domestic violence stuff, or just violence in general stuff, because we can't help you unless you bring it up. And we bring it up, but like, you know, people lie all the time. And for good reasons, right?
It's embarrassing and it's shaming and there's,
Yeah, but I feel like there are bad people out there, right? Like bad doctors, bad nurse practitioners or midwives or whatever,
bad
right?
everything. Yeah.
Bad everything, but
good everything too.
But there's like the vast majority of us are like good people that are really just trying to help you out.
Well, most people don't go into women's health for the money. So like if you have a care provider, like they are there because they're passionate about like you and helping you and like supporting your spiel, your whole journey. Like healthcare, like women's healthcare providers in particular, like they didn't go into it for like they went into it because they like want to support you. They want to help women.
Right. And a lot of like other doctors even look down on the specialty, to be honest. We're kind of like a jack of all trades. Like some people consider us primary care and some people consider us surgeons, and a lot of people don't consider us surgeons and don't consider us primary care. And really a lot of it, like one of the jokes is gynecology, right? Because there's so much mental health stuff in gynecology. Which is okay and you know, keeps things interesting and helps us help you.
And also like if a patient's only going to see you, and if like they can get some, you know what I mean, can get like you know what I mean, get on something they need and that's amazing. Right. You guys do it all.
It's like the gatekeeper. Yeah. So
thank you for what you do. Seriously.
Thank you.
And thank you for being so good at what you do and like so
sweet.
No, for real. Like, and you are just like always so non-judgmental, so supportive. Like, you are the cream of the crop. Like,
thanks.
You're welcome.
I mean, no one gets anywhere if you're judgmental and, you know.
Yeah. But like more healthcare providers should be like you, because like
thanks.
You also like take your patients home with you, and like you've had a lot of like trauma from work. So
I mean, like it's just one of those things, right?
Yes. Yeah. But okay, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay.
And your cat.
And my cat. Okay, I've got to tell you a story.
Yeah.
Okay, so part of each episode with like our sleepy time feel is that we're going to tell like either an Ambien story or an edibles story, and we're going to take turns each week. This week it's my turn to tell you a story.
Okay.
So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait.
This is, my aunt didn't want me to say that it's her, but it's her. So this is her story. Love you, Donna.
Oh my gosh.
I love you so much. Don't be mad. I know you're still feeling mad. We'll talk about it later. Call me. Okay. So she called me. This is the story. My aunt called me this morning after she took an Ambien last night. She thought she went straight to bed. Upon waking, she found her pillowcase covered in blood with another trail of blood that led to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
She looked into the mirror and then into the sink and, horrified, realized she had cut a mole off her face with the toenail clippers.
Oh my gosh.
She then walked into the kitchen where she found the counters covered in soil-covered fresh produce with the stem still attached.
Okay.
She has no access to a garden.
Okay.
So she quickly concludes that she must have gone out walking and stole them from somebody's yard.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
She then noticed that all of her newly purchased Halloween decorations were missing from her table. She had like $500 in new decorations on her dining room table. She goes outside to smoke. They were all missing. She goes outside to smoke and notices that her Halloween decorations were all hung and displayed on her neighbor's doors and porches.
Oh my gosh.
So she all of her neighbors' doors and porches, no recollection of any of it. And she's wondering if maybe she should try a different sleeping pill. But, like, she left it all there. She left all her decorations. She had decorated the shit out of everybody's door in her townhomes with her decorations in the night. And then, like, was too embarrassed
Oh
to
my
own
gosh.
it. So, like, all of the neighbors were like, where did these decorations come from? She decorated the whole townhome complex.
Oh my gosh.
I think she should stick with it, though. I think she should stick with Ambien because, like, it's clearly making her productive.
I guess.
I want to know whose yard she got those vegetables from.
Yeah,
though.
me too.
I know.
She go down to Farmer Joe's and, dig up some turnips or something? Or
I don't
what?
know. I don't know, but watch your back when you take Ambien.
Yeah.
This has been the funnest, like, first episode ever.
Yeah, totally.
I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah, girl.
High five. So you can find us on nokidsallowed.com. And do we have another segment?
We'll see you next time.
Okay, you can find us on nokidsallowed.com. Also,
Hold
our
on, let's-
Instagram handle is...
Hold on.
You say all that stuff.
Let's just redo that.
Okay.
What did you want to say, Louise?
Well,
She was raising her hand.
Tell her good job for that.
Great job.
Thank you for raising your hand instead of talking.
well, one time I was playing in the yard and then I fell down. So I had to go to the doctor with my dad.
Is that what you wanted to add to the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cute. Okay.
Thank you.
It was all better, though, right?
So do we have to wrap it right now, or were we going to do a personal development part of this as
No,
well?
we're going to add that to another one. We're wrapping this one.
Okay, we're going to wrap this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're ready to wrap it? Do you want me to wrap it up?
Yeah, I want you to wrap it up and give all our information.
Well, this has been an amazing first episode. I'm so proud of us.
I'm proud of us.
Part of the reason that people don't do things is because they never do take the first step and do step number one. And we just did it.
Just do it.
Get started. Just do it.
Just get it, girl.
Right?
Go get it.
So now you can find us on nokidsallowedpodcast.com. You can also find us on Instagram at NKA Podcast. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see. Oh, and we got to plug ourselves. And
Also, yes, Rachel.
Also, MindMomBodyRN. Take care, mama.
And Warpaint International Beauty Agency. Prepare for battle.
Say yours again. You said M instead of M.
Okay. And then always got to plug ourselves, right? MindMomBodyRN.com. And take care, mama.
And of course, Warpaint International Beauty Agency. Warpaint Beauty is our Instagram. Prepare for battle.